Ladies and gentlemen, this story comes out of a place called Richmond, VA, and the family of an infant who was killed in October said that they have no idea why someone would want to harm him, and they are pleading for anyone with answers to come forward. But if you don't mind, you guys know that you shouldn't be coming here for the news. You only should be coming here for my opinion and my commentary. If you came for the news, then you could go straight to the news website and you could just exit my video. For everybody else who wants to hear what I have to say about this story, I'm going to give you guys, in part, my opinion and some things that are facts, okay? They're wondering why somebody would do something to this little kid, and I have a theory, but let me tell you the story first before I give you my theory. The individual who was accused of murdering this kid, let me see if I can get his ugly mug back up on the face. This grizzly bear, hardcore face looking, I done did 30 to life, once I can do it again, face ass. This dude's name is Terrell Glover, and he was charged with malicious wounding in connection with the death of a 4-month-old baby by the name of Tyvon Lambert. Tyvon Lambert is this little baby right there. Y'all might not be able to see that picture very well, but let me see if I can get you a little bit of a clearer image of that baby, which is right here, who appears to be sitting with his father. And I don't know if that's his dad or not, but that's at least a picture of the baby right there. And that infant had blunt force trauma and marks on his neck that are consistent with bite marks. Bite marks. This is not the first time that you guys have heard this on my channel. I don't know what it is about these sick individuals where they are chewing and biting on these children. This is not the first or the second or the third or even fourth story that I've done this year in 2020 of them finding bite marks on these dead children. Okay? Now, those same sources say that the little boy did not live at the house. I'm going to say that again. This little boy did not live at this house. His mother and Glover would often hang out, but he was not the child's father according to those sources. Hashtag not my words. The little boy did not live in the house, and the little boy's mom and Terrell Glover would often hang out. They would often hang out. The mom and this dude would often hang out. Do y'all know where I'm getting ready to go with this? I want to see if one of y'all put the hashtags in the chat. What do y'all think I'm getting ready to say about the biological mom hanging out with this dude? What do y'all think I'm getting ready to say? What hashtag am I getting ready to give you guys? Tyvon's aunt said that her family just wants to know what happened inside that house. Hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. Now, are they going to deny that the mom was dating this dude? Yes, they are. And let me give a shout out to my brother Kurt, dog. Man, shout out to my brother Kurt in the building. Of course, they're going to always have this thing called deniability. William Richardson Sr. posted another one of my favorite hashtags. Mom's boyfriend. Now, I know I'm going to have some of the family members that are going to email me talking all this crap, talking about, just Jay, yous don't know what yous talking about. This woman didn't know this man. They just only hung out a couple times, and this man did done something harmful to this baby. Well, let me tell you guys this. First of all, I've told you guys that if you're going to have your children around anybody, you should do a background check on them. This dude, I believe, has a criminal history, which I think they're going to cover in the news stories. You would have known that if you would have did a background check. Some of them are free, But I think it's worth a couple of your pennies, nickels and dimes to make an investment to make sure that you put your children around people who have not already been convicted of doing something effed up. Huh? It don't mean that just because somebody ain't got a record that they won't do nothing, but at least you will know if a person has a tendency more than others to do something messed up. And especially with that face. Y'all look at that face. That dude just got an old rapist molesting looking face. Does he not? Like, that dude just looks like he just gonna do something stupid. Hashtag the Thug Zoo. Thank you very much. This mother then took her kid to the Thug Zoo, went to go play with the Thug Grizzly Bear, and then wonder why the Thug Grizzly Bear then murdered her kid. But I guess it's wrong of me to say that the mom shouldn't have put her kid in this position for any reason. Matter of fact, let's just look at it like this. At some point, either one or two things happen. If the mom was around, maybe she wasn't around, but I'm going to leave that as the third option. Either option one, the mom was around and witnessed this man biting and beating this little baby, or option B, she wasn't there. And if it's option B and he wasn't there, and we are to believe her story, that they were just, what did they call it? They would just hang out. Then why would you leave your kid around somebody that you don't even know, that y'all just quote unquote hanging out? Long-term friend, or just met him. Because if that's the case, then that means you literally just put your kid around just any old dude with a face like that. But both things can't be true. Either you were there and saw it, or you weren't there and you just left your kid around this dude, which to me is negligence, because if you left your kid around him, then that means you should have trusted the dude, meaning that the dude was probably more than just your hangout buddy. And if he wasn't, then I believe that the mom probably needs to get charged and arrested for leaving her kid around just any and everybody. Huh? Or am I wrong for saying that? But let me let y'all hear the rest of the story. The little boy didn't live at this house, and the mom and this dude would often hang out, but he is not the child's father. Typhon's aunt said that she just wants to know what happened inside. That's a 4-month-old baby that could not defend himself at the hands of an adult. Does that not sound like my words? Thank you, Lanisha. It is disgusting. Could not defend himself at the hands of an adult. Those are my words. So maybe they actually listening to my channel. I don't know the reason. Don't know who they were mad at. Maybe they felt like they were in a situation where they couldn't handle whoever they were mad at and wanted to take it out on my nephew. But it's not right. And police say that their investigation is active currently. And anybody who has information about this homicide, if you saw something, you need to say something, even if it is the mom who saw something and just loved this man so much, or cared about this man so much, or didn't want to be a snitch. At least have some respect for your baby. Step up and say something. Call Major Crime Detective J Mills at 804-646-6734 or Crime Stoppers at 804-780-1000. The P3 Tips Crime Stoppers app for smartphones also may be used. All Crime Stopper reporting methods are anonymous. Let me give you guys the fair usage and let me let y'all listen to the news videos. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. My brother's Kurt Dog said, gotta start doing background checks on who you date. At this point, with as many stories as we've done, This is clear evidence that, ladies, I love you guys and y'all are awesome. And I think the ladies in my chat are smart enough to know this. If you go date somebody, matter of fact, even if you don't have kids, do your background checks. Please do your homework. Be diligent. Let's get it.
Well, tonight, the family of a 4-month-old who died back in October is still searching for answers. Tyvon Lambert was found unresponsive just before 8 a.m. on Florida Avenue and later died at the hospital. Terrell Glover has been charged with malicious wounding. 8 News heard from loved ones today during a press conference among people to come forward with information.
If it's one of your family members, you need to come forward because it was wrong. And justice needs to be served for my nephew.
Now, there will be a vigil held tomorrow, and guests are asked to bring their own candles, wear a face mask, and of course social distance. There will also be a balloon release tomorrow.
Welcome back. Breaking news in Richmond. Terrell Glover, who you see here, is now charged with the death of an infant yesterday morning. Investigators say they responded to Florida Avenue just before 8 a.m. and found a baby boy unresponsive, who later died at an area hospital. Glover's charged with malicious wounding. Authorities tell 8 News more charges are pending.
The family of an infant who was killed back in October says they have no idea why someone would want to hurt him. Now they're pleading for anyone who has some answers to come forward. Terrell Glover was charged with malicious wounding in connection to the death of 4-month-old Tyvon Lambert. Sources say the baby boy suffered from blunt force trauma. Those same police sources say he belonged to a female friend that often visited Glover's Florida Avenue home in the city's north side. Tavon's aunt says her family just wants to know what happened inside that house.
That's a 4-month-old baby that could not defend himself at the hands of an adult. Don't know the reason, don't know who they were mad at. May not could have felt like they could have handled the situation with whoever they was mad at and felt like they wanted to take it out on my nephew.
Police say this investigation.
The boy's body is here, Candace, at the medical examiner's office in downtown Richmond. What experts discover in the lab could be crucial if the Commonwealth wants to bring forth a capital case.
I'm going to add a couple things for you guys real quick, because for the people who believe and the people who are going to probably email me and be like, Just Jay, yous didn't know who's Terrell Glover is. Yous didn't know who he really is. He's really a good man. He would give the shirt right off of his back. That scowl on his face, that's just his normal face. He just always looked like that since he was a little baby. He wouldn't hurt a fly, right? It's always somebody who's going to come in and come defend these people. But I have a hashtag called hashtag when you date thugs, you date them, okay? Want y'all to tell me if this applies. They quote, Glover could face a capital murder charge. The highest offense he could be potentially charged with is capital murder. If a prosecutor feels comfortable that they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it's a willful, deliberate, and premeditated murder. He's been charged with it, so I'm just telling you guys, they must feel like they got a pretty strong case against him. Let me add this. Todd Stone said that Glover's criminal history will also play a part if y'all missed that in the video. Court records show that Terrell Glover pleaded guilty to the malicious wounding of a woman. I repeat, he pled guilty to the malicious wounding of a woman in August of 2018, less than 24 months ago. Judge Riley, actually that was a little more than 24 months ago. Judge Riley Merchant signed off on a plea of 5 years with 4 years and 5 months suspended as long as Glover remained on good behavior. There's one of the court documents right there. If you can't see that, I can make it bigger on the screen for those of y'all who say I don't have my facts correct. CR 18, CR means criminal, up in that top left corner. Offense description and indicator: malicious wounding. Offense date: 4/6 of 17. VA code section 18.2-51. Y'all see that, right? If you need to, pause the video, rewind it. Y'all can read that for yourself, for people who say I don't have my facts right. But let me give my closing thoughts about this, and I'm going to tell y'all what I believe actually happened. I believe either one or two things happened. Either the mom wasn't there and left her baby around a dude that she didn't know, which I think that that's just not even true, which should definitely prove negligence on her part. But I think that the mom knew this dude. I think that the mom was in some form of a relationship, being physical with this dude, and was around this guy and had this criminal around her kid. He's already proven to be a volatile, violent individual based on the fact that he's already pled guilty to malicious wounding of a human being. And now he's been arrested on a capital murder charge of murdering a little innocent baby by the name of Terrell Lambert. Regardless of why he did it, I'm just going to assume that when the autopsy results come in, it's going to prove that there was blunt force trauma. And I think they said that they found bite marks. But I want y'all to remember, if y'all can see how little that baby is, this little baby was what, 4 months old? 4 months old. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture of this little baby real quick. So y'all bear with me a moment. Not only do I like this picture, but I think this picture really shows how little this baby is. Can y'all see that? Let me crop this a little bit more so y'all can see this nice and clear. Can you guys see that? Do y'all see how small this baby is? There just is no excuse. And matter of fact, let me tell y'all this. There ain't going to be no postpartum depression excuse for this man. There ain't going to be, well, let's see what this man was going through. Let's give him a psychoanalysis. That's not going to be used as an excuse, right? They're not going to give this man any type of excuses. They're going to just look at what he did, and they're going to charge him accordingly. And I think that's the way it should go for everybody. Because if you're going to give people a built-in excuse, then those people should not be parents. If postpartum is going to pose a danger to kids, then I don't think that those people should be around those kids. They shouldn't be able to have those kids if you pose a danger to the kids. Hopefully everybody understands where I'm coming from. People who have mental issues struggle with what I say. If you have mental issues to the point of where you could potentially hurt your kids, then you should not be a parent. Nobody who poses a danger to their children should be allowed to be parents. I think that's a simple concept, but then again, maybe why nobody else understands where we're coming from, because that's why we're the AFC, is we advocate for children first, and I think that more people need to think like us and put our children first in America. I think our children's lives matter. I think babies' lives matter. I think babies' lives should matter more than anybody's lives. They can't speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves against the tyranny of anybody that they're around. That baby didn't stand a chance. And I think for that, the man who did it needs to suffer. And I think the mom should be exposed if she allowed this to happen, if she is indeed lying about her relationship with that dude, which I think she is, which is why I think the mom needs to be exposed, because she's trying to limit what people know about her involvement with that man that murdered her kid, which to me makes it more egregious, because that's not putting any type of accountability on the person who should have been protecting the kid. Did I just say too much? Did that go over your head? Did I speak too fast? Or do we need to slow it down, chop it up, and screw it up? I think you guys will do just fine. I think that man needs to go straight to hell. He's already been given a chance. He ruined that chance and ended up murdering a baby. They should have never let this thug lion out of the cage. Let me say this. R.I.P. to that beautiful baby boy. I just don't really know what the real situation was, but like I said, we have our suspicions. That baby boy deserved an opportunity to grow up and become something great. 4-month-old Tyvon Lambert, R.I.P. Young King. I'm DJ Just Jay, where the AFC will be advocating for children first. From my heart to yours. I love you guys and thank you guys so much for at least taking a moment to listen to my commentary. Please listen with open mind and an open heart. Okay? We'll see you guys on the next stream. If you guys need to contact me, email's right there. Links are in the description box for anything that you need from us. Y'all have a blessed night. We'll talk to you later. Peace.